Hey there, my name is Kelly Dale and I'm owner of Off the Beaded Path, which is located in Forest City, North Carolina. For today's video, I want to conclude the carnival set. Last week, I showed you how to make the carnival pendant, and everybody seemed to really love the pendant. So now what I want to do is show you what I made for my necklace. I love the carnival pendant. It can be put on just a simple necklace, or you can really do it up. And I'm one of those. This is a really do it up piece. So I'm going to show you what I did. Basically, what you need to know for this video, you need to have completed one of the carnival pendants, and you can go back to last week's video and see that. You also need to have attempted one of the beaded beads from the carnival bracelet, because you'll have, I believe it's 8 of those, either 6 or 8 of those. And then today I'm going to show you how to extend that beaded bead, make it one section bigger, which people are going to like because it's even count peyote stitch. And once you get all your little beaded beads made, I'm going to show you how I connected it together to make my necklace on regular beading wire. Now, you can do whatever you want to for this necklace because it's your necklace, but this is just what I did for mine, and I really think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and get my table set up, and so that way I can kind of show you what supplies you'll need, and then we'll go from there. This is the beaded bead that I want to show you how to make today. As you can see, instead of being one section like our regular beaded beads, this one is extended out so that it's 2 sections. So this is the difference between your 2 beaded beads. This is going to help take up a little bit more room in the necklace, and also it's just going to be a really fun new bead to learn. And a lot of people are going to like it, again, because it's even count peyote stitch. So I'm going to start out with a yard of thread. I'm going to thread on 111, drop it down, and go back up through that same 11 again. And I'm going to be short and leave myself about a 3 to 4 inch tail. Pick up 2 more 11s, 1 bugle bead, 2 11s, 1 bugle bead, and 3 11s. So again, you've got 2 11s, a bugle, 2 11s, a bugle, and 3 11s. Working back towards the stop bead, you're going to skip those last 2 11s and go through the next 11. You want your 2 11s to sit on top of each other, just like that. Now we want to pick up 1 bugle bead. And again, make sure that your bugle beads are nice and uniform. So pick up 1 bugle bead, and I'm going to go through the next 11. Pick up 1 11. Skip the 11 and go through the bugle bead. Pick up 1 11, skip 1 11 and go through the next 11. And you have your, when I hide the stop bead, you have your first 2 rows of the regular even count peyote stitch. Now we're going to work towards the opposite direction. So I'm picking up 1 11 and going through the 11 that's sticking up. Pick up 1 bugle bead and go through the next 11 sticking up. Pick up 1 11, go through the bugle bead, and then 1 11, and you're going to go through the last bead sticking up on the row. We're going to work back towards the tail, so we're going to pick up 1 11 and go through the next 11 sticking up, maybe, possibly. Here we go. Pick up 111, go through the next 11 sticking up, pick up 111, go through the bugle, pick up 111, and go through the last 11 sticking up on the row. One 11, go down through the 11, pick up one bugle bead, go through the 11 sticking up, pick up 111 and go through the bugle, pick up 111 and go through the last bead sticking up on the row. You're going to continue working in the even count peyote stitch, doing exactly what I've been doing until you have 6 bugles on the top and the bottom. Once you have the 6 bugles on the top and the bottom, this is what your completed piece should look like. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and grab a hold of the stop bead and pull that stop bead off. I'm going to fold the piece together. Right now, my thread is coming out of the bottom on this right hand side. I'm going to come to the bottom on the left hand side and go up through that one bead. I'm going to go through the next bead sticking up on the right hand side, go through the bugle on the left, go through the 11 on the right, the next 11 on the left, the bugle on the right, the 11 on the left, and then the 11 on the right. So that if you look at it in this direction, you see my beginning and you see my end. I need to connect the beginning and the end here on the top. So to do that, all I'm going to do is, right now my thread is coming out of the 11 here on the right. I'm going to come down through the 11 on the left, just that very top 11, then right back up through the 11 on the right. Take another needle, thread it onto this little short tail thread, and you want to tie it off either with a couple of high-pitched knots or stitch it, weave it through your beadwork to get rid of this really short tail. Once you have your tail thread tied off, this is what your piece will look like. And you're ready to start the embellishments. You want to pick up one 3mm bicone and 3 15s. Drop these beads down, skip the 3 15s and go back down through the 3mm and the size 11 seed bead right under it. Then come up through the next 11. This is just the very top 11s. We're not working with any below it. So you're going to do 1 3mm and 3 15s. Let those drop down. Skip the 3 15s and go down through the 3mm and the 11 right below it, and then up through the next 11. Now this is just like, at this point, the little first carnival beaded bead that we made. So you'll do the 6 embellishments on the top, stitch to the other end, do your 6 embellishments and tie the thread off, so that when you do that, you'll have your completed beaded bead. And you'll want to make 2 of these beaded beads. And then I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I've got 8 of these little regular beaded beads. So again, you want 2 of the longer ones and 8 of the smaller ones. Once you've finished your beaded beads, you're now ready to use your beading wire. Now this is 0.018 49 strand beading wire. For those of you who watched my Must Know Monday video, you know all about this wire now. The first thing I've done is I've taken the Carnival pendant from last week and I've threaded it through the top beaded bead. At this point, I'm ready to start using my other beads. I'm going to pick up on each wire one 3mm bicone, one size 15 seed bead, one 4mm bicone, one 6mm round. Now I'm using the light purple Druck beads. That just means it's a brand of bead that has no facets to it. Then you want one 4mm, one size 15 seed bead, and one 3mm onto each thread. So that when you drop those down, you want to push so that way there is no space, like your little 3mm, you can't even see them now because they're holed up inside of this little beaded bead here. Now on each side, you want to thread on one of the short Carnival beads. And the same thing, when you thread on these short Carnival beads, you want to make sure that you press each side so that everything pops into place where it needs to be. Because if not, what's going to happen when you finish off the ends of this necklace, if there's any space left whatsoever where you didn't get these pushed together really good, you're going to see that on the end of your necklace. So you want to make sure that you get those good and pushed in. And at this point, it's just going to be repetition. I'm going to be picking up on each wire one 3mm bicone, one size 15 seed bead, one 4mm bicone, one 6mm round, one 4mm bicone, one size 15 seed bead, and one 3mm bicone. And you're going to let those drop down and again push them so that they'll go into place. And this time you're going to thread on one of your longer beaded beads onto each thread. So thread that one. And then this one. And again, press them in so that way they'll take up your space. So you're going to continue doing what you've been doing here until you have the rest of your little beaded beads added. So once you have the entirety of the piece complete, then on the very end, what I did was I threaded on my beads like I normally would, and then I have a 15, a 3mm, a 15, a 4mm, a 15, and a 3mm. Then I finished off the ends with a toggle. You can use any kind of clasp that you like to actually finish it off with. If you need help finishing off the ends and learning how to crimp, be sure and watch my Must Know Monday video from this past Monday so that you can see all about crimps and how to finish them off. And this is what your completed piece will look like. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make the extended Carnival beaded bead and then how to make the necklace for the pendant. Again, this is just a suggestion, just something that I like to do for this necklace, but you can do whatever you want to do and use whatever beads you want to use. To find out the complete materials list, you can look in the description box right below the video here and it'll tell you the complete materials list. Also, we will have kits for sale in the purple color, the brown color, and the blue color that we've had the last several weeks. We'll have those same color kits for sale on our website, which is offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com, and the pattern will be on there also. The pattern will have the pendant, the small beaded bead, and the big beaded bead on it, so that way if you've not purchased any of the other ones, it can kind of catch you up on what you need to know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure, and if you haven't yet, order your book, Beading with Monty's. Getting a lot of really good reviews from that book already from people from the retreat who took my beading retreat, which thank you very much, guys. I enjoyed having you with me. And we will see you guys later. Have a great week. Bye-bye.